I want to first talk about this whole Big U and the Rollin 60s Crip situation coming out of Los Angeles, California. Definitely want to talk about that, right? Now, it's funny to me because we just discussed this type of shit on our last live stream on Tuesday night when we were reacting to Jim Jones on a clip on the JBP podcast where he tried to legitimize gangs as being the same as Greek fraternities. Okay? Now, clearly, the federal government does not hold them to the same regard. But to my point, hip-hop industry mogul and admitted Rollin 60s Crip, Eugene Big U Hanley, was arrested and indicted on RICO charges yesterday and is facing a whole lot of time in prison. All right? So without wasting any further time, let's get to the first video. Let's get it.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Hanley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021. But this same man, Eugene Hanley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been involved with work, including youth charities, and the feds say he did it all to further his...
All right, now let's stop right there real quick. I gotta stop right there, right? Now, this is the shit I be talking about. I am convinced that the Democrats are 100% locked in with the streets. And if they're not 100% locked in with the streets, they are at least willingly promoting this behavior. You see, the same shit literally goes on in DC. DC and LA are both heavily Democratic towns, okay? Now in DC, do you know who gets all the grants, all the government funding, and all the government contracts in DC? Do you know who gets it? The prison niggas and the former drug dealers. And they're getting it. And first of all, let me say this. I'm not saying that they don't deserve a chance, but they're getting it more so than your everyday law-abiding citizen in good standings. And then you turn around and some shit like this happens. Only in Democrat jurisdictions. How does the city of Los Angeles, or wherever he does his business, county, city, I don't know. It's difficult to judge out there. But how do they turn government funds over to an admitted gang member? I mean, it's baffling. It's baffling. All right, anyways, let's continue.
His own criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture.
Let me stop again right there, okay? Again, this nigga, Big U, regularly brags about being an active gang member, but yet the city provides him funds to help deter the youth from gangs. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. You cannot make this shit up. Let's go.
It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was still very involved in a much larger crime ring. And it wasn't just Henley that they're looking for. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes. 4 people named in the criminal complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist, is now a fugitive. The FBI, among other agencies, looking for him and several other people involved in a much wider-ranging crime ring. We'll have details much later today on the NBC4 News beginning at 3 o'clock. But for now, reporting live, I'm Alex Rosier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you very much for that update. We're looking forward to it. All right, so let's go to NBC4's Michelle Via. She's live at the federal building in Westwood, where the defendants will be processed. Michelle.
That's right. Annabelle, good morning. Right behind me, we have FBI agents and members of the Department of Justice here. This is where some of the members, the gang members from the Crips, were brought to be processed. We just saw likely one of them being driven away, who will likely be in court this afternoon. This is a big day. This is where they're processed. Many of them still need to be processed to face those federal charges. A big day, but big agents need the big get, a.k.a. Big U, Eugene Henley, now a fugitive. They think he's somewhere in Southern California, a self-proclaimed philanthropist and ringleader of the Rollin 60s Crip gang. Here's more on the arrest from special agent in charge.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives. They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia.
Big U, the Crip leader turned gang interventionist who ran mafia-like enterprises, according to the Fed.
This is crazy, bro. Like I said, the government turned over funds to this man for the youth, and he owns a company called Mafia-like Entertainment. I'm telling you, bro, like it doesn't get any dumber than this. I mean, I hate to say this, but yo, are black men, are we the dumbest criminals on the planet? Are we? Because this is insane. This is insane. But I'm gonna let it play. Let's get it.
Developing Options was his nonprofit charity that was touted as helping gang members get out of the gang life. As we look live here, again, this is the federal building. You see the tents, you see the agents. This is where some of those defendants, innocent till proven guilty, were brought here for processing. Some still need to be processed and make their way to court. Big U looking at extensive federal charges, including the murder of an aspiring rap musician, extortion, robbery, tax fraud, and human trafficking. Anyone who knows the whereabouts of Brian Mejia or Big U, Eugene Henley Jr., is asked to call the FBI.
Whew. So there we have it. Now, Big U ultimately turned himself in yesterday. Okay, and we're gonna get to some of the videos posted live before he turned himself in. But real quick, before we get to that, I want to first discuss the idea that somehow Adam 22 is to blame for this indictment. Okay, so Adam 22 actually has these LA gang members at his studio all the time, and a lot of people online are trying to say that this is his fault. So before I get into my thoughts on that, I want you guys to hear what Adam 22 thinks about this being his fault. All right? Give me 1 second. All right.
See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up. Fuck out of here. 22. You know what I do? I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help make legal money.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you're liking this content, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Okay? Hit the like button. If you're watching live right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button. If you're on X, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, hit the share button. Help this video get off into the algorithm. And shout out to my man Osama Him Laden 22 on YouTube. He says, was he responsible for Nip's deaths? That's what they saying. I got a video with him laughing about it, like right before it happened or right after it happened, something like that. But I mean, yeah, Big U was definitely a terrible person, and I think he is where he belongs. Okay? I think he's where he belongs. But let's get back to it.
A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Brick. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us, right? So, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever the fuck this shit is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper, No Jumper was the antidote to this bullshit. See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason.
All right, so there we have it, man. Now, I actually agree with Adam 22 somewhat. Okay? Bro, if these niggas want to be known gangbangers, and like I said the other day, it's not against the law to be a gangbanger, right? But when you give a specific affiliation and a nigga that's affiliated gets into some shit with the feds, you are all going down. This is the point of the RICO Act. So if you're dumb enough and vain enough and desperate enough for fame to where you gotta broadcast your criminal affiliations out to the whole goddamn wide world, it ain't nobody's fault but yours. If I'm Adam 22, I'm gonna let your dumb ass keep talking. I'm gonna let you keep talking, and I'm gonna let them good old Google AdSense checks stack up in my account. I'm gonna let them stack up because I'm gonna keep getting paid off you running your fucking mouth. All right, now real quick, I want y'all to check this out. Here's Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, two of the other people, Rollin 60s Crips, that are involved in the RICO case, or excuse me, that are indicted in the RICO case. Here's them a day before the raid, talking crazy on the No Jumper Adam 22 podcast. All right, let me show y'all this. This is crazy. Let me show y'all this. Talking crazy, bruh. Here we go. Let's go.
Look, outside of that, the feds picked you up 2 times, right? You said the feds have picked you up on numerous occasions, right?
What part? What time? Yeah. Okay, so look.
So
we're gonna elaborate and we're gonna respond to that. Yeah. No. Because at the end of the day, it's like this, right? Because when the same time they came and picked your ass up, right? They came and got Big Useless, right? And then, they rolled on me.
Yeah.
So you already know the answer.
I don't know that they wrote on you. I'm telling you. I'm saying
we dealing with the
2 separate times.
Okay,
I hear you.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
You're talking.
No, look
to them.
Okay, so listen.
You can't just say
Okay,
you know.
Okay, no. So This is a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Brick Baby hit me. Well, like
I know
five,
what's up.
six-
I know
no,
what's
hold
up.
on, hold on.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we,
yeah.
you
On
want
the
to play?
play, on the play.
Yeah, on the play, right?
Yeah.
And then some dogs eat somebody, right? So they contact Brick. It was like, Brick, we need our shit back. Can you get it from this individual, right?
Yeah.
Which is me. Brick hit me, and it was like,
Look at this shit. Look at this. Bro, what rule book are these niggas operating out of? What rule book are, I'm not a criminal mastermind, but I know better than this. I definitely know better than this. Let's go, man.
man, they ordered you up. I said, nigga, you about to be ordered up. You get what I'm saying? That was the conversation.
Yeah.
What happened? You get what I'm saying? Our interaction when getting to know each other. So Brick found out what I do, and I found out what he do. You get what I'm saying? So next question.
Meanwhile, none of us know or need to know.
Yeah. So it was basically when I called, I seen the play, but he know what I'm on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause we argued, I think, when he said I'm about to get ordered up. Cause I think we had some words.
Yeah, we had some words and stuff like that.
Nigga, ordered what? Nigga,
But you
I mean, I'm maybe I'm crazy. Maybe some of you guys out there in the comments can answer this question. Do these niggas really think the feds don't know what they're saying? Do they really think that? I think they really think that the feds can't decipher what they're saying. It's not like they're talking over a phone where you need wiretaps and all. These niggas are literally having a affiliated gang conversation live on a podcast for millions of people to see worldwide. And they think that the feds aren't listening. This is what I was saying the other day when we were talking about Jim Jones trying to make it seem like the Bloods are just a regular fraternity like everybody. No.
probably thought he was coming from a different place.
What I'm saying is, cause all right,
two birds in one stone. Put it that way.
If I get his number from Big Bro, cause or however I reach you, I'm like, where, get me in contact with cuz, boom, 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 boom. So when cuz, I'm like, cuz they trying to, you know what I mean? I don't know that cuz moving like this, so when I tap in, he's like, man, that's what cuz do. I'm like, oh yeah. And they basically telling cuz the same shit. I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's why they want me to go get it from cuz can't nobody else get it from cuz. I'm like, this one, you ain't gonna be able to get back without you gotta come with some cash. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But either way it go. I get what you said. Yeah.
Can't make this up, man. Can't make this up. And if that's not crazy enough, here's another video with Big U doing the same thing on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. All right, so let's get to that. It's Big U on the $1 Million a Game.
You said the fuck that be?
The nigga told a motherfucker.
POW,
the nigga told a motherfucker you want to rub on
Okay, in the prison?
Yeah, when I was in prison, I was a prisoner of war. You was a prisoner of war.
Yes, sir.
You did the fucking crime. Thank you. God damn it. The fuck is he talking about?
What fuck are you talking about, you?
What do you mean? So you was in prison for no reason? Did you get caught? I was in prison. I was working for my people. You was working and so modern day Robin Hood. Listen, you know what? I'm not gonna even say nothing because I can't. You was really working for your people, right? Yes, I was. Okay, so trunks and all that type of shit. All that was incorporated. I was pushing the agenda. So your agenda involved was cleaning neighborhood. Trunks and rope. So I was bagging my victims. Closets.
You heard this. This Negro just said he was bagging his victims. They're talking about ropes and trunks, and they're acting like the feds don't know that they're talking about unaliving people. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was bagging dark places. I was bagging my victims. Now, was these acts happening against your people or for your people? I was helping my people to advance.
So Wack, you went in at 16?
The last time, yeah.
Okay.
I was in solid.
Did you go in as a youth? No,
I did time. I
started doing time like 11 years old.
Because
So there we have it, man. Like these joke that, man, they just talk freely. They just talk freely on the internet and on these podcasts like the feds ain't watching, like there's no such thing as the RICO Act. That's what the RICO Act is for. But anyway, I want y'all to just see where I'm going with this. Now, I want you guys to check out exactly what the feds themselves had to say about this indictment. All right, this is crazy. Let's go. That's what the feds had to say.
Proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the Rollin 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation. He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners.
So yeah, no need to keep going. You heard that, right? Now, the main thing that I got out of this, he mentioned that they're listening to the podcast. That's one of the first things he said. We're listening to the podcast. They're listening. I don't even know why he even had to say it out loud. I mean, it should be clear that the feds are listening. I mean, listen. I am no criminal mastermind, as I said earlier. But if I were in fact the head of a criminal organization such as the Rollin 60s Crips, there is no way in hell any of y'all would see me on the internet talking shit. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even see me on the internet, period. Ain't no way. I mean, that's rule number one. I mean, niggas didn't learn from John Gotti. I mean, you could watch any mafia movie, pick one, and the first thing you should learn if you want to be a criminal is that the boss man always lays low. Matter of fact, damn the boss man, if you're a criminal, period, you lay low. You don't make a spectacle of yourself. So anyways, man, these niggas bought them shit Well, they bought this shit on themselves. 1 minute, you talking tough on the podcast. And the next minute, you on live, looking crazy, just like this. Give me a second. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all his little live feed. His lives that he was doing after everything came out, before he turned himself in. I'm not gonna play this whole 9-minute clip.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons, I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, gonna deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to... I don't even know what to say.
So 1 minute you're on the podcast bragging about putting bodies in bags, and 1 minute you on live laughing after Nipsey Hussle died, and now you on your way to go turn yourself in, about to cry because the consequences of your repercussions are coming home to roost. The goddamn, where's my Malcolm X clip? Where's my Malcolm X clip? Where's that chicken coming home? Here we go. This is what happened. This is what's happening to Big U right now.
Those chickens will return that evening to your barnyard, not your neighbor's barnyard. I think this is a prime example of the devil's chickens coming back home to roost.
These are the chickens coming home to roost. For all you young cats out there that want to be in the streets and do this and do that, and bro, look at this man. This is Big U, the biggest gangster Rollin 60s Crip ever in Los Angeles. Look at him now. Look at him now, on his way to go turn himself into the feds. Look at him.
I'm 21 years, I've elevated my family, come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me, I hope you help me. If you can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted.
Bro, cut the shit, bro. Now this is what these niggas do. Now it's a black thing. Now it's the black people's fault. Bro, nigga, you a criminal. You are a confessed Rollin 60s Crip. Now it's the black community that's the problem. Nah, nigga, it's you. You are the problem with the black community. It's the things that you and your cohorts do and have done in the community that shape the way everyone acts. I can't stand when niggas do this. You the biggest gangster around. But now when the feds come, you a victim of racism, and it's black people, and niggas do this and niggas do that, and the white man trying to do this. No, nigga, you did this. You did this. This is your fucking fault.
Those chickens will return that evening to your barnyard, not your neighbor's barnyard. I think this is a prime example of the devil's chickens coming back home to roost.
Let's go. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, then we're gonna move on.
For doing it.
First Street, it might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option for some front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from my, as in.
Listen to this shit.
Employee for development officer. I've never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
And I ain't gonna play no more of this shit, man. I ain't gonna play no more of this shit, man. So there we have it. There we have it. It's not looking good for Big U in the Rollin 60s Crips at all.